for a 5-yard touchdown, so the Bears out to a 21-0 lead. Miles then again gets the handoff, and that's north and south running, cuts it back, and he leaves the defense in the dust, but he will be tackled at the 5, however, after a big run there of 50 yards. And the Bears do give it to Fisher, who scores from the 5, making it 28-0 Bears at the half. Then we move into the third quarter. Aiden Calkins is called upon. First off, we've got
nice blocking.
That's Miles again, 50 yards. Fisher. Sorry, I've the shot sheet here, not quite sure what's happening, but in the end, it was Catholic High winning 42-14, the final score. So the Bears pretty stellar in their district opener. All right, we're going to tell you about a game tonight that was pretty unbelievable, and I'm talking about Riverside Rebels against St. Martin Episcopal. This right here is Harlem Berry of the Saints turning the corner. He's an LSU verbal commitment for a 76-yard touchdown. He's listed as either a 4-star or a 5-star, whatever recruiting service you enjoy. Riverside, they answered Brock Bourgeois, the touchdown pass to Dedrick Lasty. And you would hear a lot of Lasty tonight. He's 5'4", he weighs 165 pounds, but he just puts up huge numbers, runs it in there to make it 21-7 Rebels. Then Lasty, again, from short range. This makes it a 28-7 lead in favor of Riverside. But Harlem Berry was going to be going toe-to-toe, at least for a little while tonight. What do you like, Kevin? You like the Harlem Shuffle, U2, Angel of Harlem, Harlem Shake?
I like the Harlem Shake.
Harlem Shake, we'll go with that. That's 65 yards, 28-14 at that point, Riverside leading. But Lasty, he's not done. Here he comes, up the middle, to the left.
Oh.
The white jerseys, they just can't chase him down. That is a 65-yarder, and Riverside is up at that point 35-14. My goodness. It's a team game, but this tonight was like a boxing match between two dudes. Here comes Berry. He's going to cut it back at 25, looking like Reggie Bush to me.
That's exactly what it was.
Like against Fresno State when he played with the Trojans or something. But Riverside was not done scoring points. Bourgeois, the touchdown pass to Nehemiah Phillip. In the end, 76 points for Riverside. And Berry tonight scored 10 touchdowns. 10. And I got a text from my man Robert Hemail. 9 rushing, 1 receiving, 542 rushing yards.
I think you meant Lasty scored 10 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Lasty, I'm sorry. Lasty did all that. Although Berry, I believe, was well over 200 yards and had 5 touchdowns. So those two guys, Lasty 10 touchdowns, Berry with 5.
We still got to go through the process of Player of the Week, but it's going to be hard to top that. It's going to be very hard to top that one. All right, it's time to announce another recipient of the Harold Perkins Jr. Signed Football as part of the Dr. Pepper Make That Sack campaign. The $5,000 tuition award recipient will be announced after Week 10. This week's signed football for the most sacks in Week 4 goes to Jace Cooks from Centerville High School. Congrats to Jace, and be sure to follow all season at drpmakethatsack.com. We will announce another winner next week. Folks, we are just getting started on Sportsline Friday night. We'll be back after this.
Welcome back to Sportsline. Keith Woods and company. The Capital Lions taking on the Dunham Tigers this evening. Second quarter action, Dunham already up 21-0. Elijah Haven, his pass is complete to Eason Gyro in the end zone for the touchdown. PAT was good 28-0 at that point. Capital then trying to make something happen. Deion Dixon, the pass to Josh Watt, or hands it to him. He's met by the Tigers, no gain. And then here comes Haven. His pass out in the flat complete to Richard Montgomery. Nice run, and he takes it. Breaking tackles, little stop and go action there, and no one brings him down. That is going to be a touchdown. PAT was good 35-0. Neil Weiner's club rolling there at Memorial Stadium. Then Wyatt, we got some good tackling there. Shot sheet says Wyatt is going to be intercepted by Grant Morgan as he chunks it up. And Morgan is thinking about bringing this thing back for a touchdown, and that's exactly what he does to make it a 42-0 game at that point. And Dunham looks like they roll again. Final score tonight, 66-6. So the Dunham Tigers 7-0 overall, 3-0 in district play. The Capital is struggling.
Neil Weiner and company got it going on over there. All right, let's go to Ascension Christian. They were hosting Ascension Catholic in a District 8 1A battle. And our reigning Sportsline Player of the Week, Chad Elzy, looks like he's going for another one, and he's just absolutely rude on this play right here. Just tells the defender that he is just way too small, get in the weight room, I'm him, all that good stuff. That
Rohan's listening to you.
Sorry, Rohan. Anyway, Ascension Catholic, they're going to get a touchdown. There's Camille LaBeouf is going to hit Luke Hersers for a touchdown, so that made it 8-0. And then their defense forces a stop, offense right back at it, and LaBeouf is going to hit Johnny Violon on the screen pass, and Violon is going to just outrun everybody and make a move for a long touchdown. So I made it 15-0 Bulldogs, as they also had it going on. And then you get back to that run game with Mr. Elzy himself. He just ran just everywhere on this play. He cuts one side, stiff arms the guy on the left sideline, goes to the other side of the field, one man to beat, can't get the angle, and that's another touchdown for Chad Elzy. 22-0 at that point. As you look at the final score, Ascension Catholic goes on to win 56-7 in the district contest.
Running backs are dominating the early highlights, aren't they? All right, we've got much more coming up. We have Madison Prep and Southern Lab playing a huge football game tonight, and much more on Sportsline Friday night.
A trophy was up for grabs on Thursday night. Denham Spring.
Welcome back to Sportsline Friday night. There was a big rivalry game in Livingston Parish Thursday night. Here's WAFB's John Eats.
A trophy was up for grabs on Thursday night. Dunham Springs hosting Live Oak in the Battle of Highway 16. Dunham Springs received the opening kickoff and moved methodically down the field. Jerry Horn keeping his legs churning to push the pile and score the game's first touchdown, 6-0 Yellow Jackets. Later in the first quarter, Horn making a mistake, passing off the mark, and it's intercepted by Brody Welsh. He takes it all the way back. 7-6 Live Oak off the pick six. Moving into the second quarter, Dunham Springs near midfield, but the turnover bug strikes again. Breton Paul coughs it up. Calvin Urson recovers it. That would lead to a field goal for Breck Schultz. He made 2 on Thursday evening and hit all of his PATs as well. 10-6 Live Oak at the half. Moving ahead to the fourth quarter, it's 13-6 Eagles. Third down for Dunham Springs. Horn's pass is batted down. Gabe Harvey got his paw on it to force a punt.
We need to hurry up and line up, because then they run it on.
On the ensuing drive, Kingston Johnson drops back, well protected, fires deep. Urson lays out and reels it in. A big gainer for the freshman. A few plays later, Johnson flares it out to Cash Davis. The speedster breaks a tackle, dives for the pylon, and scores. Touchdown Live Oak, 19-6 in the fourth quarter. The Eagles would add the 2-point conversion. Hayden Ray taking the direct snap and sauntering over the goal line to make it 21-6 with just a few minutes to go. Live Oak's defense forced a couple more stops. From there, the Eagles kneel out the final seconds. Live Oak beats Dunham Springs for the second straight year. 21-6 is the final score. The Eagles keep the trophy and win the Battle of Highway 16.
I think that's a huge confidence booster for us, and you know, the community is huge on this game, and our kids thrive in this environment. It's the second year in a row we had an opportunity to come here at Dunham Springs, and the kids definitely took advantage of it tonight.
Our defense definitely stepped up real big. That pick at the beginning of the game by Brody was huge. They got momentum shifting. Once we found a hole in their defense we could attack, we started attacking it, and that's how we started scoring touchdowns. And going into this week, it was a big rivalry game. Everybody knew it. We came ready to play.
Good stuff right there last night. All right, take you back to tonight's action. District 8 2A matchup, Baker and Episcopal. Both of those teams had their undefeated records snapped last week, so they tried to get back into the win column. Second drive for the game, Reed Chauvin definitely doing what it takes to get the Knights back to where they need to be. A sweep run for the first down. Then the next play is going to be David Olin on the toss play. And he almost gets to the end zone before he's brought down by a host of Baker buffs. So still in the same drive, a 4th and goal. Episcopal was going to kick the field goal, but they changed their mind, and that decision paid off as Chauvin runs off guard for the touchdown. Extra point good, 7-0 Knights. Skip ahead to the second quarter, same score. Episcopal in Baker territory. Zach Hughes is gonna roll out, and he's gonna hit Olin, and check out the moves from number 14.
Oh,
the
nice.
Spin, the cut, and then the dive over the end zone. So much determination, though, to check out his head coach, Travis Boudreaux. Probably told him, I ain't never, ever seen you make moves like that. Good job, son. 14-0 at that point. And then Episcopal's offense is right back at it, as it's going to be Chauvin picks up a big run right there. And that's going to lead to a goal-to-go situation. A little reverse to senior John Hart Singer. His first touchdown of the season made it 21-0 as Episcopal went on to win by the final score of 38-16. So good win for the Knights right there.
Chauvin and Olin, what a combination. And then that guy with 3 names there at the end.
Chauvin and Olin, that could be a store name.
No doubt about it. And talented guys. All right, Sportsline Friday Night rolls on after the break. right, welcome back to Sportsline. Let's take you to Port Allen as the Parkview Baptist Eagles rolled in. Starting off in the first half for Port Allen, sophomore QB Hunter Bowden finds senior Brendan Gibson for a nice score, 8-0 Port Allen after they get the 2-point conversion. Coming the other way now, it is Noah Graves back there, and he fires a nice tight spiral right into your screen there to his wideout, number 14, Brock Como, with a nice snag that sets up the field goal for the Eagles to make it an 8-3 ball game. Jumping ahead to the third quarter, check out Gibson in the backfield out of the Wildcat, and he races in for another score, this time on the ground. That makes it 24-17 Pels on top. But the Eagles had some wind beneath their wings, it says here. Bette Midler wants her check. Graves drops back and throws long again. This time it's the senior Luke LaFors with the touchdown. What an answer there. And this is where things got nuts. Port Allen down a score, stalls out and has to punt late in the fourth, but hold on. It's hit back of Parkview player.
Oh, my God.
Down the field. Port Allen runs it in. It would have been called back and marked for Port Allen at the spot. You can't run back a muff, correct? Despite the player not making a play on the ball. So now Port Allen and Gibson have the ball. It's a Wildcat again, but this time the running back tries throwing and it's incomplete. That's Hunter Boudreaux with the breakup. And Port Allen, they would fall tonight 31-24. The final score, tough loss and an exciting game from start to finish.
All right, so we are just getting started on Sportsline Friday Night. This is our last block on WAFB. We're about to continue the show on WBXH. We should have a list. There it is right here where you can catch WBXH on cable, satellite, whatever. And the show is also continuing streaming on WAFB.com and YouTube. And we are going to continue having fun. We got some close games. We got some blowouts. We got highlights. We got way more to come on this edition of Sportsline Friday Night.
Lots of games coming up. Watch on your phone. Watch from your 80-inch TV. We'll be back here in a second. More Sportsline Friday Night. Stay right there.
Welcome back to Sportsline Friday Night. I'm Kevin Baptiste along with Sports Director Jock Ducey. Jock, we got those games where you got some games still in non-district play, but then you got those games in those really deep districts, and they're well in. And there was a game between Tara and Broadmoor in district play.
Well, Tara, they had a heartbreaker last week at McKinley, the double overtime game. Homecoming tonight, and there's a look at your king and queen. Third quarter play, Broadmoor's Brandon Thomas. His pass is complete to Demarion Williams before he is taken down. And then that leads to Thomas finding Demarion Williams for the TD, but not quite right at the 1-yard line, but no worries. Brandon Thomas keeps it himself and runs it in for the touchdown, 28-0 at that point. So Broadmoor is rolling, and they're having a happy homecoming at that point. 2-point conversion good by Riker Washington to make it a 30-0 game there in the third quarter. Tara trying to make something happen. Coming up here, the Trojans. Jaden Dixon, the handoff before being brought down here, but no gain. The Broadmoor defense swarming. Oh, my goodness, clothesline there.
Ooh, Trojans. WWE move.
Yeah, exactly. Then Dixon brought down by Cameron Goins. Still no gain for the Trojans. So that Broadmoor defense is trying to preserve that shutout. Thomas handoff to Riker Washington. It's fumbled and then recovered by Jahim London. Coming up. You heard the play-by-play PA announcer say that, and then it is Dixon. Nice run for the Trojans before being brought down. We've got one touchdown, I believe, for Tara. The 2-point conversion was good, but in the end, Tara comes up mightily short. Broadmoor tonight gets the victory by the final of 30-14.
All right, let's take you to New Roads for a District 5 1A battle. Catholic High Point Capee hosting North Central. Catholic High Point Capee coming off that 21-point comeback against Livonia last week, and they really picked up where they left off. As my old rule goes, there's only 1 or 2 reasons to show a kickoff, either a boo-boo or a bang-bang, and that's a bang-bang. Opening kickoff touchdown return for Brooks Caps, and he is not capping on that play. 7-0 Hornets, and their defense forces to stop. Offense right back at it. It's going to be the handoff to Cohen Higginbotham for the touchdown. So 14-0 Hornets as North Central coming in trying not to get shut out. They're going to try to do a little something. So here we go as their quarterback, Kevin Joseph, and he does nothing with that. He's going to fumble the handoff, and Catholic High Point Capee is going to jump on top of it. That sets up their offense in good field position. So Jude Morrison is going to throw the screen pass to Micah Nipple, not a typo, that's his last name. And he is going to break loose for the touchdown, make it 21-0 Catholic High at Point Capee. And North Central, their offense is going to have to be forced to punt again, and more bad special teams. As Joshua Powell can't get punt off in time, he is tackled by Parker Jewell. Offense back at it, and there goes Micah Nipple for the touchdown. I can make a bad joke right now, but I'm not going to. I like my job. So, yeah. Catholic High Point Capee, no trouble in this one, 62-6 as they remain undefeated, 6-0.
When we saw them in the preseason, they looked pretty salty, and they've got a talented team to be sure. All right. I believe we've got Prairieville and East Ascension up. The Spartans here taking the field and excited to be at home in Gonzales. They wasted no time on the attack. Cam LeBlanc would take this one and run it down close to the goal line. Then LeBlanc ends up finishing what he started. The Spartans would strike first as Brock Mathern was liking what he was seeing. Later on in the first quarter, Hudson Browning would connect with Justin Oubre for the long score as the Spartans extend their lead to 15 there. The Hurricanes trying to bust out a bag of tricks. Halloween still a few weeks away. But this one is not sweet for Prairieville. There's no one to throw to off the double reverse there. Jace Campbell with the tackle. And the Spartan defense wasn't done there as Campbell and Braylon Bell would get the sack on Charlie Green. East Ascension would have no trouble in this one, and they go on to win by the final of 57-15.
All right, we're going to be right back with Sportsline Friday Night. Got some more games, especially on the west side. Bruley, Donaldsonville, North Iberville, St. John had a thriller last night, and there was also East Iberville and White Castle. Y'all stay right there. Welcome back to Sportsline. You know, the 49ers and Seahawks played a pretty good NFL game last night, but that was not the creme de la creme of Thursday nights. North Iberville and St. John in Class 1A over in Plaquemine put on a good one. As St. John struck first, Ahmad Wilson scored a touchdown that made it 8-0 Eagles after a 2-point conversion. But it wouldn't be long before the Bears would respond as Justice Roy is going to throw underneath to Corey Domino on a 3rd and long. He weaves his way down the sideline for the touchdown. 2-point conversion was good, so tied up at 8. The Bears would go on, they would go up 20-8 at halftime and eventually would be up 26-8 as Roy connected with B.J. Melanson on a score in the midst of that run. Flash forward to the 3rd quarter. St. John starting to find their way, and they get back into the game with this rushing touchdown from Nathan Burley to make it 26-16. And then the Eagles got a stop on defense, and they would immediately score again on this long touchdown run. Daniel Broad finds a crease, and he is off to the races. 26-22. St. John still trailing, and they got to stop. Get down to the goal line. Caden Canella bulldozes his way into the end zone. We got a lot of DBs getting trucked, guys, but oh man, these running backs are really putting in the work. So St. John takes the lead 28-26, 2 minutes left in the game, but North Iberville drives down the field with ease. Jeremy Favorite gives the Bears the lead once again, 32-28 with a minute left. 6 seconds left. St. John tries to hook and ladder. You got to toss the ball to Lamar Wilson, but he does not. He steps out of bounds, and North Iberville remains undefeated, 6-0. Final score 32-28. They face some adversity, and we also got some post-game reaction from their head coach and quarterback.
We hadn't really been in a game like that yet this year. We kind of run away with most of them, so our backs against the wall. Lost the lead there, and I was really proud of our guys for being ready for the moment. It's something we practice. We practice 2-minute offense. We practice situational football.
We were just thinking about the win. You know, we practice this almost every day at practice, so we really know how to keep our poise. We do the 2-minute drill. You know, we just know how to keep our minds now because we do it every day.
North Iberville, they are not an expansion team, huh? I mean, coming out undefeated. Plaquemine and McKinley, that's the Plaquemine homecoming court. And teams taking the field for this one this evening. McKinley, opening kickoff, Kevin.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Tyrese Mosby, a former WAFB high school football player of the week, and could have easily been last week as well with the numbers he's been putting up. Almost takes it to the house. He's tackled. Nicholas Victorian then hands it off to Mosby, and Mosby is going to power in for the touchdown, 6-0. Then Plaquemine with the football again. This time they're going to the air. Dejan Baloney for
nice throw.
The touchdown. Nice catch, nice throw, perfectly executed. They go for 2. Mosby scores coming up as we enjoy the
you let the celebrations go, John. You know, you got to get the handshakes
twist
and all that
shout.
stuff.
Absolutely.
There we go.
I'm not here to end any of the choreographed fun on Friday night. In the end, Plaquemine, as we take a look at it, they appear to be in control, and boy, were they ever. McKinley had that big overtime win last week, double overtime win, but tonight, 48-0, Plaquemine.
All right, let's stay in that District 6-4A. West Feliciana hosted St. Michael. The Saints trying to get back on track after that loss to Plaquemine last week. Westfield was up 13-7 at the half, and then St. Michael's John Martinez would get it going for his team as he gets the handoff, and he blows over a defender into the end zone, so that made it 14-13 for the Warriors. But that would not last for long as Westfield is going to strike right back as Ian Hills, he gets the handoff, and he just refuses to go down. Breaks a few tackles before getting off to the races and sneaking inside the pylon for the touchdown. That made it 20-14 West Feliciana, but they would strike again in the 3rd quarter, but not on offense. It's the other side of the football. Brock Hamilton drops back, throws pass, and that is into the wrong jersey. Teldrick Robinson is going to pick that one off, and he has reservations for the end zone. 27-14 Westfield, as the Saints would run away with this one in the end. Final score 33-14, and the Saints are now 3-3 on the season.
Bel Air Bengals, Astruma Indians. Indians up 30.
Glen Oaks Collegiate. Glen Oaks Collegiate.
There you go. All right, my bad. Glen Oaks, you saw the homecoming court there. First play, Katron Hargrove keeps it for the first down for the Panthers. Then on the next drive, it's Hargrove using his legs and getting in for the touchdown. 6-0. Glen Oaks out in front. Second quarter now. Collegiate's number 5. The quarterback tries to make his way. Rolling out, but the Glen Oaks defense is all over him there. And the ball is loose. And Jeremiah Smith recovers it. So Glen Oaks at home, they're in business again. Hargrove moving his legs again inside the 1-yard line. Looked like he was about to score, hit the ground, no fumble. Then Hargrove pushes it in for the touchdown to make it 13-0, and Glen Oaks, they roll tonight, 45-0 over Collegiate.
All right, let's keep this thing going. Zachary and Scotlandville in the District 4 5A battle. The Broncos coming off that win over defending state champion Opelousas last week. And the Broncos kicking off after a field goal on their opening drive. So here comes Scotlandville again on a kickoff return by number 85. I feel like we've gotten his name not on the shot sheet before. I feel like we have his name before. I'm pretty sure it's on there. We're gonna get his name right. Y'all be right there. Sorry, it just wasn't on the roster. But yeah, touchdown for Scotlandville, 7-3.
Fred Watkins. I checked my email. Fred Watkins.
There we go. Jacques Doucet coming in clutch. Next drive, DeVico Ruffin takes the handoff and hits the second level for a big game. Later in the drive, Caleb Gonzalez rolls right, waits, hits Traylon Sept for the touchdown, made it 10-7 Zachary. So next Scotlandville drive, their offense did nothing, so they're back to punt. Oh, bobble snap. Winston Hill was going to wrap up the punter for the safety. 12-7 Zachary at that point. And then in the second quarter, Scotlandville's offense is going to try to make up for it, and they do not. And this is going to end with a 4th down sack by Cartier Brown. So the big man getting to the backfield, forcing the turnovers on down. And then Zachary's offense methodically moves down the field as Ruffin scores again with 27 seconds left in the half. 19-7 Zachary at that point. And the Broncos will go on to win by the final score of 40-15.
Jordan Watkins. Fred was his father that emailed me that his name was Jordan. There you go.
Hey, even on Sportsline Friday night, the dads get shout outs. That's just the chaos that we endure. But regardless, we are still going to keep it going on Sportsline Friday night. Y'all stay right there.
Welcome back to Sportsline. Bel Air and Estruma. Indians already up 34-0 at the half. Estruma's Frank Alexander. His pass is complete to Jeremiah Coleman for the touchdown to make it 40-0 with 6:59 left to go in the third quarter. Bel Air's Monnier Johnson, his pass is complete to Caleb Joseph for a short game before being taken down. Then Johnson keeps it himself and gets it in for the touchdown. So the Bengals are finally on the board with 2:32 left to go in the fourth quarter. Then Johnson's pass coming up is going to fall incomplete, it's complete to Caleb Joseph. So that makes the score 40-8. But this is Sid Edwards' 199th win, I believe. He was just in a mayor debate on television, and will he be winning off the field as well? All right, 40-16, the final score. Struma is now 5-1 on the year.
All right, versatile Sid Edwards. All right, let's go to the Bluff. Southern Lab taking on Madison Prep in the Civil War. Always a close battle between these two, and this one tonight was much of the same. Tied at 12 at halftime. Lab with it out of the break. Jerry Bodley hits a deep pass to Mo Williams, but his teammate Dunham Hunt grabs it for him. Either way, it's the first and goal. That's teamwork making the dream work right there. Moments later, Bodley was going to keep it and run it in for the score. And the two-point conversion was good afterwards, so 20-12 at that point. Madison Prep now on offense. Tylen Johnson is going to get in some trouble and fumbles the football, punched out by Jarius Harris and recovered by Jaden Thomas. And the Lab offense would not let that turnover go to waste, as it's going to be P.J. Norman who gets the handoff. He goes in with no problem for the touchdown. So 26-12 Lab at that point. But then the game swung, and it starts with special teams. This block punt, the ball rolls out of the back of the end zone. That's a safety. Tack on to 2 points. And the comeback is on for the Chargers. Offense back at it. Johnson looking for something. Doesn't find anything, so he keeps it, and he bullies into the end zone for the touchdown. 2-point conversion was good. Then stared at the defender afterwards. 26-22. Prep's defense got a stop, and that leads to a big-time touchdown run from Alfred McKnight, and Madison Prep takes the lead 30-26. So what is that Lab going to do on offense? They're facing the fourth down with a few minutes left, and Bodley gets the snap, makes the pass, but that's going to be batted away. Andre Gibson got his hand on it, and then moments later, the Chargers are going to put this thing away for good, courtesy of number 27 himself. McKnight runs right, stays on his feet, even going in a little backwards, regains his footing, and that ices the game. So Madison Prep trailed 26-12. They go on to win 36-26. So that's a big-time win for Landry Williams and company. So we got some more scores right here.
Yeah, White Castle over at East Iberville. I want to tell you, too, we had a camera issue tonight. We meant to cover Sandoval and Walker. Sandoval won that game 33-26, the final. We'll work on getting some highlights for you during our sportscast over the weekend.
Yeah, going off that White Castle East Iberville game, Jock said the other day it was a bit of a little fisticuffs at that game.
Yes, there was a fight in this game that stopped the game. I have text messaged all the important people at the LHSAA. No word on that yet. Here we go.
Got some sound.
Yeah, we would obviously like to finish the game, but I think right now with the personal fouls and the coming across, that's the second time they came across to our sideline. So I think it's in the best interest right now to call it. I think it would have escalated eventually into something bigger. So I think the refs made the right call right here to call it and just move on. Yeah. So what was going on is they yanking towels, mouthpieces. We had a few mouthpieces missing and whatnot. So just I guess a game within a game, I guess you could call it, and that's kind of how it all started.
So big question about will they forfeit next week and so forth. So we'll have to wait and see on that. There was a fight tonight. They stopped the game. It looked like they kept it under control to an extent. Does right now for Sportsline Friday Night. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you again right here next week.
Tigers and Jags tomorrow.
And LSU will miss.